And now we're going to get into pro picks. Pro Picks is brought to you by ATB Financial. With $62 billion in assets, ATB Financial is powering possibilities for more than 820,000 financial services clients in Alberta and beyond. ATB's capital markets arm is a full-service investment dealer that offers investment and corporate banking, sales and trading, institutional research, and risk management. Visit atb.com/inthemoney for more information. Okay, here we are, Pro Picks. We've got Maggie Adhami-Boynton with ShopThing, and you're going to tell us the best bags to invest in.
Can't wait.
The first one, and we've alluded to this one, is the Hermes Mini Kelly. And we have one here. We have the pink one up here. Okay, talk to me about why this is a no-brainer.
No-brainer. This is the bag that when you walk out of the store, it goes up 3x in value the minute you walk out of the store. In fact, people probably outside of the Hermes store would be begging you to buy that bag off of you.
I know people who have been approached, like just right if they're lucky enough to have one. Now, here's my question. How do you get one in the first place?
You absolutely cannot. So the caveat to this, the reason why it is so valuable is you cannot obtain it. You cannot walk into a store. For those of you that know, Hermes doesn't just offer you bags. In most countries, you have to build some sort of purchase history with them. You probably have to spend at least the value of the bag to be offered the bag.
Which is how much?
The Mini Kelly, I think, is about 9 or 10K USD right now, which is not bad, but they won't offer you that if you only spend 9 or 10K. They will offer you other bags. They'll give you maybe a Birkin 30 or a Kelly 28 or a Kelly 32. In order to get a Mini Kelly, you probably have to spend at least 60-ish K in store before they offer it to you.
And that's it? Or is there like something else? Do they need to? Because I feel like I've had friends who go in and they kind of, it's like an interview. They need to feel an essence about you.
Absolutely. It is a game that you have to play over the span of years. It is not again, Hermes is not for the faint of heart also. You have to really commit to the brand. You have to love the brand. You have to be willing to buy their ready-to-wear, their jewelry, their home, everything.
So on your site, on ShopThing, like how do you come by? Like how rare are they on the resale market?
Not that rare. You're going to pay a pretty penny for it. But I will tell you, because I actually had an anecdote that you'll love. So a friend of mine in a mutual community of mine, she has a private Hermes sales associate in Paris. So she, gave that sales associate to her friend. In order for her friend to be offered a bag, her friend had to spend $100,000 in jewelry and then was offered, and she was able to buy 2 bags, but they were also expensive bags. So instead of spending $100,000 in jewelry that you don't need, it makes more sense to just buy it at $30,000 in the resale market.
And they're good quality. Like they're generally not like slammed around.
No. When you're paying that much for them, they're in pristine condition. You can get pre-loved ones that are a little bit cheaper that have been used, but in pristine condition, you're usually paying about 3x its value.
And do they they're not overt about it? Like spend this amount and then you just kind of have to.
Not. You just have to do it. You have to do it until you get offered the bag. It's obscene.
And people, the way they talk about their sales associate, it's like almost like it's kind of jealously guarded, is it not?
Absolutely. They will not share sales associates. It's a game.
That's a reality show. Maybe it is. I don't watch enough Housewives.
It probably is a reality show. But my advice would be don't waste the money on the stuff that you don't need from Hermes. Just buy it on the resale market.
Okay, the second one is a Chanel Classic flat bag. And so you have one here. So why this particular bag? Because in our conversation, we've learned some Chanels can go down. Maybe the quality has gone down. So how do you pick your Chanels?
Yeah, the reason why I think this one is a great investment piece is because it has gone up in value so much just over the last 5 years. So the one that we're looking at right now has gone from $7,000 to about $15,000. So 2x in the span of maybe 6 years. So for me, that's a great investment piece.
And why is it?
Because Chanel decided to raise their prices. I think it is, they're trying to compete with Hermes. They want to have that same sort of scarcity model. They have now come up with this, you can only buy 2 classic bags per year. So they're also trying to put quotas on their bags so that they can be at that sort of Hermes level. But I would still consider it a classic and an investable piece. Even if you buy it on the resale market, as you said, it will go up. If you buy it brand new, you're not going to be able to sell it right away. But if you hold that bag, if I'd bought that bag 6 years ago for $6,000, I'd be able to sell it for more today.
There's an order to these as well. We're going small, medium,
Yeah.
and then your final
Exactly.
one is that Louis Vuitton Never Full, which I feel like that's a classic Louis Vuitton functional bag, but you also say is an investment.
So classic, so functional. The reason why I put this on my investment piece is because, again, of how much the value has risen over the last few years, and it holds its resale value very well. So, example, I bought mine. Actually, it was my diaper bag. Ladies, buy yourself a beautiful designer tote, put an insert in it. And when you're done with your babies, you take out the insert and it's like brand new. Like you've never used it.
You had a Louis Vuitton diaper bag.
I sure did.
There you go.
I sure did.
You were probably so intimidating at those mommy and me circles.
Nobody wanted to talk to me. Is this why?
We're learning something.
We're learning lots. But I bought that bag maybe for $1,100. It now resales for, in the resale market, $1,500 plus. And I think brand new, it's about $2,400-$2,500.
This brings up an interesting question. How long typically do you have to hold to see a return? I mean, you said with the Mini Kelly, you could just do it 4 hours from when you bought it.
Literally.
But like, what's a typical hold period?
I would say probably 5 years is safe. And anything above that is even better.
Okay. And before we go, I have to ask about color because you brought like this beautiful pastel pink Mini Kelly. Like, what's the safest way to go? Should you buy an outrageous color? Should you go neutral, something a bit more classic and timeless?
Safest for investment is always neutral, but there are some colors that are very coveted. So the pale pastel pink that you're seeing is Rose Sakura, which is a very coveted color in the Hermes world. And they're harder to come by. So the classics are produced more often versus the rare. And then there's this whole concept of like a horseshoe stamp. I don't know if you've heard of this, but it is that elite client that spends a ton of money will get the chance to custom make their Hermes bag. So those tend to resell.
Who gets to do that?
Not me.
You're
not me,
there
that's
yet.
for sure.
Like a celebrity or like you?
No,
like,
you just have to spend a lot.
A lot. Like a Beyonce level, or can you be more mundane than that?
Did you see that whole Instagram shenanigan that happened where Cardi B really wanted an Hermes bag? She wanted an Himalayan, I think it was a croc, and she couldn't get it. And she had asked her sales associate and she couldn't get it. And she had this whole rant on Instagram where she was like, I'm Cardi B. How can I not get this bag? It's Hermes.
It's Hermes. There we go. Thank you so much, Maggie.